Hello. I was going to say good morning, but it certainly isn't that. It isn't down here anyway. Goodness me, what a night. It's been absolutely storm Alexy. Yeah, not very nice at all. And to add to it, this is the day that we go away for a week. So I'm afraid that's what we seem to have organised, although I think it's getting a little bit better. So today we're doing our Fancy Friday, which is sort of a fancy fold as well. And this will be the last one until week Sunday. So I hope you can cope without me. I'm sure you will a little bit. I will be around, but I won't be doing any lives. I doubt very much that the internet signal where we're going is going to be very good. So hence I thought, well, it's best just not to plan it because I don't think it will be very good. We're not sort of out in the middle of nowhere completely, but I just don't think the signal's very good. If it is, well, I might be around, you never know. So today I'm going to be making a card using the Christmas Time die and also the small, what do they call it? Small Champagne, which is from a little while ago, this one. And then I'm cheating a little bit because I'm actually going to make it as a proper card to give away. Because my youngest son and his lovely lady got engaged last weekend, and I know it's a bit late to make a card for them, but I haven't got round to it before now, so I'm going to do that today, and I'm going to use these two cards in order to do it. Yeah, I think you will have withdrawal symptoms, but you'll cope, don't worry, because I'll be watching. No, I won't be watching. I'll be around. I'll be around. So let's start with these two dies. So what I'm going to do is a sort of an easel card with this one, making it into a bit longer one. So this I have made a couple of cards with these already, and as I said, when we were at the John Lockwood workshop last weekend, that is the die that we were using. So I'm pinching his idea and making it into an easel card, which is what we were doing on the day, and I'm also pinching somebody else's idea of a sample and mixing the two together with a little bit of a twist from mine. Okay, so let us, without further ado, start. Let's pop them to one side because we know that we're going to use those. So this is the outer die of the Christmas Time, and we've got a cutting piece here and a piece that stays in here. So in order to make this die, I needed to cut out a piece that was from here, which I've already done, and keeping the cut piece at the top here because that's the piece that I'm going to fold over. So that's that. Now inside there are two pieces of inserts that you can use. So one is this one here, which is more of a, I think you call it a mesh, and then this one, which is much more of a holly. And obviously, because I'm using it as a congratulations card, not anything to do with Christmas whatsoever, I'm going to use the mesh one because I wanted to, as I say, not use it for Christmas. So I just need to line that up, not, as I said, not on that bit there where I'm folding it over. It's on the folded bit. And I just need to pop that into position, then run that through my card. Okay. I've just got that all into position so that it doesn't move. And I'm going to run it through that way, through my machine. So I've got a longer area to cut. Oh, crash, bang, wallop. Hold on a second. I'll just do that. Well, I picked up my pokey tool in order to poke all the bits out, and they've nearly all fallen out, so it does cut really, really well. Gosh, remember the times when you just had dies that were in the early days of the cutting dies, and you'd be sitting there forever poking out all the little bits. These just absolutely fall out, so they're brilliant. So I will just take out these last few little bits. So this die, as I said, is called Christmas Time, but it really could be for any occasion. And I'm just proving that it is. I quite like black and gold, so that's the colour that I'm going for. Just make sure I get all the little bits out, like so. So there are, I'm sort of teasing you now really, because I had delivered yesterday, and I've got some just coming before I leave today, of most beautiful things. Oh my goodness me, you should see the new colour of card. And then some new dies. Oh my goodness, wonderful. I will be doing a Sunday special, by the way, this weekend, but it won't be with a live and probably not a video, because I don't think I can get to do that, but I will do a follow-up video of it. So, okay, we've got our mesh, and I'm turning it around that way because that's the bottom bit that I want. So then I've already taken a piece of black card, which I have measured, and I've measured just this panel here. And that panel measured 15 centimetres. 15 centimetres there, and we were 7.5 there. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of black card that is that measurement, and then I've added a piece of the double-sided sticky tape on it, because I'm going to add some of the Eyes Ink glitter. Now I am now going to have that down as single colours to be able to purchase, instead of either the whole pack or just the Christmas. So there's loads of different ones that you can get on those. The Small Champagne, yes, I can. I must admit, I don't know if I've updated it on the website, so I will do that. Yeah, and so if there is anything that you do order today, I'm afraid it was going to be on a bit of a back hold for a week. So I do apologise about that. But unless you've got anything completely desperate that you need, I think you'll be all right. So turn that over there, pop that onto there. So I've got the back of it now, and I'm just going to add my sticky backed piece onto the back of that. And it's poking through the other way there as well. Okay. I'm just going to press that down so that it's all nicely stuck there. Okay. So then I'm going to get my glitter. So I've already decanted my glitter into one of the little pots from Crafts 2, which is comes with the snow, but there's 12 little bottles in there, which are perfect because that's such a big container, and it's easier to decant it when you're going to use it like this, I think. So I'm just going to pop this liberally onto my mesh part and then I'm just going to rub it in, and I'm rubbing it in because I want to get more than just the little covering where it's just a hint. I want to make sure that I've got plenty. If you just sprinkle it on and just let it go on there, there will be a covering, but I want this to be absolutely definitely on there, if you see what I mean. It's really, really fine, and that it just rubs in beautifully. So I'm going to shake that off. And then I'll get myself a little brush and just brush off the excess of that so that we haven't got mega amounts. So the beauty of this is that there's no heat needed. It just sticks straight to it, and there you go. Just put the excess back in my pot. Now I'm going to be covered in glitter. There you go. So you can see now that that's really lovely shine there. So now we're going to make it into an easel card. So I've taken a piece of card. So this is a 15 by 15. It cuts out like that from the die that you actually get. So that's your lot, 15 by 15. So I've then taken another piece of card, which is, because I want to get it from an A4, I've taken a piece that was 15 down here and 22 along, and then scored it at 15. Okay, so 15 across, 22 along, and then scored it at 15, so that I've got a piece that's 15 by 15 there. So this is going to be my base of my card, of my easel card. And here is the base of my card here. So I'm going to be sticking that on top of there. But as we learnt at the oh, look at that glittering. Lovely, isn't it? As we learnt at the workshop, if you were to just put glue on this bit, which is what I normally would do with an easel, I would normally put glue onto there. You are then going to stick your beautiful little bit that sticks up. You're going to stick that flat, and it's going to look a bit stupid. So in this case, we're going to put glue onto the back of this piece here. So let's just do that. So just onto that piece and not onto the bit that flaps up in this particular case. But when it comes to putting it on, I can just simply put that exactly over the top and just press down there. And as I say, that bit's got no glue on, so we're good to go. And then we've got our easel card there already. Okay, so now we need to do a bit more embellishments on it and a bit of all sorts of things. So here we go. So first of all, I've got my stopper for my easel card, and I've cut out a piece which I'm just thinking whether I need it quite so wide. Yeah, I think I will trim a little bit of that off. So this piece was 15 again, because we need to go for the whole width, and I think it was 4. Was it 4? Yeah. So I'm just going to go down to 3.5. Just make it a little bit less. Let's take a slither off. So 3.5. But depending on what sentiment that you've got, it will make a difference. So, you know, you might want a different sentiment altogether on there. So I'm going to take some sticky specs. The Congratulations die is a very, very old one from Creative Expressions. So I just ordered with a nice one, and I've just cut that out from Gold Mirror card and just put the sticky specs on it so that I can make sure that it's stuck. It's quite a involved one, shall we say. Try and get it so that it is staying stuck. There you go. Now on the back, I'm going to take my foam roll, but I have got some black foam roll because I don't want to show great big loads of white behind it. So I'm just going to put a couple of those on the back, and I'm again making sure that it goes. A pair of scissors, Maxine. I'm making sure that it goes right from one end to the other because I want it to be quite firm on there. Just take the back off of this. I've noticed that the back of these black ones is not so easy to take off, but it wouldn't be entertaining if you didn't have to watch me take tape off the back now, would it? It is beautiful glitter. So let's get rid of these little bits of glue. Don't need those bits there, thank you. But I'm going to put my sign straight onto the black. No, we're not. Oh, I changed my mind. Changed my mind at the last minute. I need gold. need a slither of gold behind that. You know what I'm like. You know what I'm like. So it's got to be 15, so we can manage that. Let's trim that down to 15. And we're going to go, so that one was 3.5, so we're going to go 4.5. That's going to be better. It's just a bit lost on there. That's better. So I have got to, my foam has gone onto straight onto there, but that's fine because I can just now stick that onto there. That looks better, doesn't it? So I'm just going to put glue down onto this. See, I told you I'd make them up as I go along. And let's just bring that down to there. And then that will be my stopper, like that. That looks better. Love this. Love this. So then, bit of embellishment on it. Pop that to one side. Whoops. Just think that bit of gold finished that off nicely, doesn't it? So for the centre of my circle there, I have already cut out using the dies. So you've got a stitch die in the centre. Cut out one of those in black again. And I've used that die, whoops, that die with the clock face and also the little die in the centre. So all 3 dies together, and I've cut that out of gold. And I've just got to finish taking up the little bits out here. So ideal for, I mean, what I'm going to do here is they got engaged at 10 o'clock and, well, more or less it was a bit of a fiasco, but we won't go into that. All's well that ends well. That's what we say. So I'm going to actually put the time on here. So this would be ideal type of thing if you had a new baby in the family, that you were going to say that you wanted what time the baby was born, and you could make that on the clock as well. You know, do pink glitter and all lovely, lovely things. So just going to use, to stick this down onto here, I'm going to use my sticky specs again. So I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty on there. And that's going to go directly onto my black circle because it was cut out using the same dies. So that is directly onto there. And then we've got the little hands for the times. That's if I haven't dropped it all on the floor. So tiny. Oh, right, okay. So got to make sure I've got 12 o'clock at the top, which is up there, X11, and then my big hand there pointing to the hour, and my little hand to the number, which is 10 o'clock, like that. So let's pop that on. I'm going to use a bit of glue glaze here, just because I want to be more precise with it. It looks really yeah, I agree. It does look effective in the black and gold, doesn't it? It does for a celebration. I mean, you know, wouldn't necessarily be the same in all ways, but I think if you're doing a celebration, I think black and gold. But you could also do like silver wedding anniversary type of thing. Or we did the design like this, but for Christmas. So with the holly, not everyone used the holly, but we were using that for the holly and everything. And then the little cover which, hold on a minute, just trying to find a little pokey tool, not a pokey tool, I can't find my moulding mat. What have I done with that? Packed it probably. There we go. So just going to pop that onto there for the centre of my clock. And then I'm going to put on the back of here a bit more of the black foam tape, again only because I don't want it to show, and I want to raise it up a little bit. So you could use any, but I just have some of the black. I found that's been quite useful to have black as well. Yeah, we like classy, don't we? We do like classy. Ooh. So as always, this video will be on the YouTube channel of Maximum Crafts later on, and you'll be able to see it in all its glory. And it will remain on there, so you can always refer back to it. If you have got the dies already, then you might want to see how that goes. Now let's get that on straight. So it needs to go just within that circle that, just make, oh, as I said, get it straight, 10 o'clock up the top there. There you go, now's the times on there. And then we're going to put a bit of champagne. So the champagne bottle. The champagne bottle comes with loads of different little bits and pieces. So I've cut it out in black. I've got the label, so that's going to go on. So that's the, again in gold, the label. Then I've got the top with the cork in and everything. And that's going to go, beautiful design. Can you see that? All the lineage on there, which is rather nice. That goes right over the top of that one. Then we've got another label that goes down the bottom here. So let's make sure that stays stuck. So my label here, just pop that on there, put that in place, and then what else have we got? That's better go on with a bit of sticky specs, just a little on that little bit there. So that one goes, oh gosh, it's a bit wonky. That goes there. And then that in the middle. Okay, and then it also comes with glasses. So I've cut out 2 in gold for the glasses, and it comes with 2 sort of fillers as if I've got champagne in it. And what I've done is I've cut this out of the gold mirror card, but the bubbles and the champagne, I've actually cut that. I'll use it on here as well. I've cut that out of the waterfall card because the waterfall card's got that sort of shimmer and almost a pattern to it. So it goes down towards the bottom of the glass because it looks as if there's actually champagne in it. It's all very cleverly thought out, isn't it? All these little things that we did have, and I'm pretty certain that that one is no longer available, a large glass, which sort of you could make the whole card from. But I found that this is a really handy one. It's quite large still. How big is it? It is 14 centimetres. So that is 5.5 inches. So it's still quite a large bottle. But, you know, not overly so. So then we're going to go back over to my clock. And I'm going to have some more foam down the bottom there. And I should pop that. I'm not going to pop any at the top because it's not going to be attached to anything. And I am going to put an extra bit of glue on there because this, although this is actually very strong tape, it's going straight onto a very glittery background. And just to be doubly sure, I don't want it to arrive in the post and then find that it's all fallen off. So that is going onto there like that. And then my little champagne glasses. Whoops, come here. I think they need to be crossed over, don't they? They are going to be crossed over. So let me, very small amount of glue that's going to cross them. So I'm going to put glue glaze because it's stronger. Just stick them. Oh, hold that down whilst I look to see what they're doing. Oh, I can't use tweezers. I try, but I can't, I'm afraid. I feel as if I've got 2 extra pairs of hands, which I don't need. Love this, love this. Right. It's a good job you don't mind watching me talk away to myself, isn't that, really? I'm going to put some foam pads onto the back, just so to hold it on and also hold it together as well a little tiny bit. So you could, obviously, you could do all sorts of things with this. You could do some computer printing and print the names off down there or whatever. Again, if you were doing it as a birth card, you could put the baby's name down there and probably just print it off on a piece of card and then just tape it to it, which would look nice as well. So lots of different ideas. And if you're doing wedding anniversaries, you know, it's a really versatile way of using it, I think. There we go. Right, so there you go. There is today's little fancy Friday, whatever I fancy doing. And that's what I fancy doing, which was engagement card. So engagement card for my son and his Andrew and his lovely lady Abby. And I will be sending that into the post to them before we go away. But also to show you just how versatile these dies that we have at the moment, well, all the time are. It can be and is called Christmas Time, but it can be for anything, absolutely anything. And obviously when it folds down, I can fit that into a 6x6 envelope, or probably 7x7, just so I don't catch that thing there. And in terms of where can I write, I shall put a panel on the back here, or maybe just on the bottom. I think probably on the bottom so that it's not quite so, oh, can't even see, the panel down there to write on. Okay, so as I said, that is it for today, and it for probably, or at least me talking to you, for the next week or so. So I will make sure that I've got all the bits and pieces on the website so that I have got, as I said, I've got the Christmas Time, but also we will have a check with the small champagne glass, because I'm sure that that is there, but I will just check and make sure that that comes up on the Facebook Live section so that it's uppermost. And I will be putting the glitter on as individuals, because then they, you know, they can be completely individual. This is the one that we did. So this is the same die. And this is one of the ones that we did at the weekend. So that makes it much more into a Christmassy thing with beautiful Caribbean blue. So the same sort of idea, but this time with the snow flowers that have all been glittered and everything, as well as the topper there. Haven't quite finished that one off actually, but it just goes to show you that it is the same die, but completely different. That's Christmas and that isn't. So, you know, completely different. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you for saying having a nice time. I hope I do. I am pleased to tell you I can actually see blue sky right at this moment in time, and we're not leaving for a little while yet. So hopefully it will be nice. What's saying that it's sold out? Um, I don't know. Heather, what are you saying that is sold out? It might be the little champagne thing. I will just check that and change it for you because I know that it's not. But don't forget the bottle. Yeah, okay, Heather. I will just check because I know I can get it. And as I said, don't forget these won't be going out until next Friday. But the video will be here so that if you do treat yourself and you thinking, well, now what did she say? The video will always be on the YouTube. Don't forget to leave a message, a comment on the YouTube things as well. That would be great. I look forward to seeing all what you put on over the week. Do have a try and see what you can make and put them on so we've all got something lovely to look at. Take care, everyone, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.